Good morning, friends. The first topic for today's revision is the genetic code. This I have already discussed very extensively in my previous video. The main cohort questions which has come is what are codons and define the genetic code and mention its characteristic features. And also you may get a question on the wobble hypothesis. In my previous video also, so you can see from the slide I've given you the definition of what is the genetic code. Then I've given an explanation of what are codons, and what we see here that the codon, as you know, is made up of 3 bases. So it is made up of triplet of bases, and this triplet of bases is sufficient, since through permutation and combination you can get 64 different types of codons, and there are 21 naturally occurring amino acids. So for this, the triplet of bases or the codon which has been described is sufficient. If on the other hand it was a doublet code, then it would be only 4 to the power of 2. That is, 16 doublets would be formed, and that would be inadequate to cover the 20 naturally occurring amino acids. So the genetic code is read one at a time. It is considered to be redundant because certain amino acids are specified by more than one codon. Okay, so through this triplet codon, what do we find? There are 64 possible codons, but there are only 20 amino acids. So certain amino acids may have more than one codon. Okay, they may be specified by more than one codon, and out of these 64 possible codons, 3 have been designated as the terminator codon or the nonsense codon. They do not specify any amino acids. So all this you have to write when you are given a question on codons. So the terminator codons are UAA, UGA and UAG. They are all stop codons and they code for nothing. Then we have initiator codon, which is usually AUG which also codes for methionine, and this specifically seen in the case of the eukaryotes. In a few cases, GUG may also act as an initiator codon. Very often you are asked about the characteristics of the genetic code. Make sure that you write these points, that is, it is degenerate, unambiguous. Degenerate because you can have more than one codon for the same amino acid. Unambiguous because if you are given a specific codon, you know it is only for a particular amino acid. That codon is not there for any other amino acid. Non-overlapping, not punctuated, almost universal, because there may be certain exceptions. Alright, but in general, between species and among different tissues, it is the same codon. Then what is the wobble hypothesis? That I have given you in detail. 3 sides to explain, and Francis Crick was the one which proposed the wobble hypothesis in 1966. And this figure very elegantly shows the reduced stringency that we see between the third base of the codon. So the third base of the codon here is C, and the complementary nucleotide in the anticodon, that is from the 5' end, the complementary base is G. So in normal pairing, C will pair with G, but you can see because of the wobble in the third nucleotide or the third base of the codon, you find that instead of CUC, you see CUU, and the U is pairing with G. So this is known as a wobble pairing, and there is a reduced stringency between the third base of the codon and the complementary nucleotide in the anticodon. So this is known as the wobble hypothesis. Okay, so please go through the video very carefully, and you will be able to write down any question that will come in the case of the genetic code, and particularly stressing on the features of the genetic code and the wobble hypothesis.